the reasons that I wanted to be a Native attorney was because I wanted to be one of the warriors, one of the Ogichida. In our culture, the Ogichida are the warriors. They're peaceful warriors that stand up for the people.
Every time I think about being a lawyer and why I went to law school, it always comes back to my earliest days with knowing a bunch of my relatives who were Indian people. Many of them didn't want to talk about it or denied that they were Indian. If they could pass for white, they would do that. They changed their last names. They refused to speak their language. Becoming a lawyer is just one of the things that I felt like I could do to help to remedy that.
Askibagash Gigido Indigenikas, Waganakasing Odawakwe, Mashike Indorum. I just introduced myself to you in my native language, and in English that translates to Greenleaf Talking, Askibagash Gigido, because when I speak for my people. I am an Indian woman from the land of the Crooked Tree, and I am a member of the Turtle Clan. And I'm very honored to serve my community as the Chief Judge of the Little Traverse Bay Bands of Odawa Indians.
All rise.
My evolution personally as a judge is, I do think about justice as being sacred because of the gravity I feel as a Native person in the service that I perform in a Native community to try and help other Native people to live the kind of life that they ought to live, you know, as the Creator would have them live.
A lot of people think peacemaking is a soft way of getting out when in fact you have to tell the truth. It's harder.
The adversarial system is so focused on punishment, retribution, winners and losers. And the peacemaking system is focused on healing, on empathy, on relationships, and on addressing the underlying causes of what brings people to court.
Part of our interest in peacemaking had to do with our interest in using restorative justice practices and models to interrupt the school-to-prison pipeline.
Well, we have the highest incarceration rate in the world. 25% of the prisoners in the world are in United States prisons. Think about that. We have 3% of the population. There's something wrong with that system. There's something wrong with that society. So a restorative concept of justice is something we could learn a great deal from.
Indian communities make very hard decisions, and people who can understand kind of all of the effects of those decisions on the tribe itself, their relationship with their state government, their relationship with the federal government, their relationship with the community members, can really, I think, be invaluable to tribes, and that's what Native lawyers do.
Tribal sovereignty in a nutshell basically is, you know, the right to self-governance and to make your own rules and laws and to govern yourself.
And so sovereignty from the indigenous perspective is simply the ability to determine for oneself what kind of society we want to construct. In my own culture, I believe that what governs the Anishinaabe worldview, what holds Anishinaabe society together, is the idea of bimatse, mino bimatsuwen, living in a good way, living in a way in which you respect creation.
A lot of people don't understand that tribes are separate and sovereign governments, and so they have an obligation to their citizenry to provide essential government services like housing and social services, welfare, healthcare, police, tribal courts, fire, EMT services. All of this happens within within Indian country and within the communities, and without economic development, tribes can't do that.